Om Namah Shivaya. Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about regulation of food intake. It is one of the hypothalamic function. Okay. Regulation of food intake is an intricate phenomenon because of the complex nature of control of eating behavior. The food intake mainly depends on the individual's appetite to eat. Eating behavior depends on many other physiological and non-physiological factors. Some of these important factors include psychological, genetic, environmental, and social factors, quality of food and nutritional state of the individual, energy expenditure, interest for food, and appetite of the individual at the time of taking food. The long-term regulation of food intake is aimed at maintaining the balance between intake and energy expenditure so that body weight is maintained within its normal range. However, to make it a simpler one, we classify the factors regulating the food intake into three major categories. Okay. In this video about neural factors. Okay. And the three major categories are neural factors, hormonal factors, and metabolic factors. And hypothalamus play the key role in integrating all these factors. Okay. What are the three factors? Neural, hormonal, and metabolic factors. Okay. See the neural factors. Role of hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is the major regulator of food intake. Two areas in hypothalamus control food intake. Okay. Remember these two areas. Two areas in hypothalamus control food intake. The feeding center and satiety center. Okay. Feeding center and satiety center. See feeding center. Feeding center. Feeding center is the lateral hypothalamus located in the bed nucleus of median forebrain bundle. Okay. Feeding center is the lateral hypothalamus located in the bed nucleus of median forebrain bundle at its junction with the palidohypothalamic fibers. Lateral hypothalamus is called feeding center. Lateral hypothalamus is called feeding center as its stimulation greatly increases food intake. On the contrary, experimental deletion of lateral hypothalamus results in fetal anorexia in otherwise healthy animals. Okay. On the contrary, experimental lesion of lateral hypothalamus results in fetal anorexia in otherwise healthy animals. Coming to satiety center. The ventromedial hypothalamus. Remember, ventromedial hypothalamus is called satiety center. Here, lateral hypothalamus. Lateral hypothalamus is called feeding center. The ventromedial hypothalamus is called satiety center because stimulation of ventromedial hypothalamus causes cessation of eating. Okay. Stimulation of satiety center causes cessation of eating, whereas lesion of it causes severe hyperphagia that result in morbid obesity. Okay guys, lesion of satiety center causes severe hyperphagia that results in morbid obesity. The obesity due to ventromedial hypothalamus lesion is called hypothalamic obesity. The obesity due to ventromedial hypothalamus lesion is called hypothalamic obesity. Food intake results from the food intake results from the interaction between feeding and satiety center. Normally, satiety center decreases food intake by inhibiting feeding center. Satiety center decreases the food intake by inhibiting feeding center. Once again, satiety center decreases food intake by inhibiting feeding center. Feeding center is believed to be chronically active. Feeding center is believed to be chronically active following feeding. Following feeding activity of satiety center increases, that in turn inhibits the feeding center and finally stops feeding. However, it should be remembered that appetite for food is different from the desire for food. Remember that appetite for food is different from desire for food. Appetite is controlled by neural mechanism, described above. Appetite is controlled by neural mechanism, whereas desire for food per se is a complex phenomenon. People often eat out of their desire to eat even when they are not hungry. People often eat of their desire to eat even when they are not hungry. Uncontrolled desire for eating results in excess calorie intake that lead to obesity. Uncontrolled desire for eating results in excess calorie intake that leads to obesity. The desire to eat food is controlled by extrahypothalamic structures. Desire to eat food controlled by extrahypothalamic structure which such as limbic system. Desire to food is controlled by extrahypothalamic structures such as limbic system. Preliminary reports from our laboratory suggest that hormones are neurotransmitter secreted from limbic areas of brain influence hypothalamic feeding areas. It is not only excess food intake per se, but also desire for food plays role in the genesis of obesity. This is supported by the fact that there are people who don't develop obesity in spite of high intake. Next, we propose that a hormone is secreted from limbic areas of brain that, in addition to its effect on stimulation of feeding center in hypothalamus, influences body weight gain by directly controlling deposition of fat in the fat cells, that is adiposity. Presently, we designate the hormones as greed hormones till its detailed structure and functions are established scientifically. Identification of this hormone and its effects on hypothalamic feeding areas will have promising impact on obesity research. Role of other centers. Role of other centers. Extrahypothalamic areas in the brain have been recently described to control food intake. Mainly, the mesolimbic areas like amygdala, basolateral and central nuclei, caudate nucleus accumbens, septal areas like lateral and medial septal nuclei, etc. have worked extensively on nucleus accumbens and caudate and neurotransmitters injected into these nuclei in the regulation of food and water intake. It has been hypothesized that these areas influence food intake partly through, not fully through hypothalamic centers. Okay, next, role of vagus nerve. Role of vagus nerve. Vagus nerve provides sensory signals regarding the filling of the stomach to the hypothalamic regulatory centers. Therefore, stretching of stomach wall by accumulation of food is the immediate factor to inhibit feeding. Okay, guys. In next video, we are going to learn about the hormonal factors that control or regulate the food intake. Okay. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.